egg monster? Okay, whatever.
It sounded like you don't look like.
What does an egg monster look like? Never mind. So, I was at an open mic on Sunday, and there was a female comedian, and she was talking about a show she had done, and at this show, a bit she was telling was how she was single and all of the fun and hilarious pitfalls of that. And then she said that after she finished her act, she was just sort of mobbed by men who were trying to tell jokes to her, and that she found this rather pathetic and transparent attempt to court her. And to this I have to say, to all single women, if you don't want to get mobbed by young men, you shouldn't announce that you're single into a microphone. You should also not smear yourself with chum and jump into shark-infested waters. That is also a bad idea, so don't do that either. So, how many of you had brothers growing up? A couple people? How many of you fought with your brothers? Yeah, you all did. We all did. I fought with my brother pretty good too. Now, we fought for about 20 years. To put that into perspective, that was longer than America's involvement in Vietnam. So, a little bit of comparison. We threw every conceivable weapon at each other. I bludgeoned him with the end of a seatbelt once. He hit me in the balls with a wrist guard on a computer one time. I doubled over in pain. We did every possible thing we could short of killing each other. And about in the middle of this, I decided I was going to just go completely crazy on him. So the two craziest things I did to him were, one time he was watching The Sixth Sense, and then about 5 minutes into it, I walked across the room and I said, "Oh, this is the one where Bruce Willis was dead the whole time," then walked out. And I could see the veins throbbing on his forehead. It was glorious. I wish I had taken a picture of it. And the other thing I was really proud of doing to him was, I forget what he did to me, but I was at the end of my rope. It's like, insults don't work, intimidation doesn't work, beating him up doesn't work. And so I decided to pour salt all over his bed. I went to the kitchen cabinet in my house, I got the poured salt, I took it up to his room and I poured it all over his bed. I don't know, I guess I thought maybe he was a slug and that would kill him, or I was trying to turn him into a pickle, but shortly thereafter, he discovered the salt on his bed, and he put glue on my doorknob. But wait, it gets better. As soon as he put glue on my doorknob, he called me up. He says, "Hey, go look in your room." And I could see the tube of airplane glue in his hand, and the glue on my doorknob. And at this point, I said, this is even stupider than my prank. I mean, I at least ran away and hid after I did it. Unbelievable. So, let's talk about college. How about that?
Yeah, college.
How many of you wasted your time in college?
Yeah.
Me too, to a very large degree. There are basically two things people do in college. One is that whole bullshit, find myself, get drunk and high all the time, and watch movies. I think a lot of people do that. And then you have the whole, well, it's basically the same thing, but they don't call it finding themselves, they call it partying. And those are basically the two things people do at college. I found a third thing. Instead of expanding my mind or being a party animal, I decided I'd research questions like, for how many days do I have to eat Fruity Pebbles until my shit turns purple? The answer is 2, and I'm very glad I discovered that. Julia's little bit about her altercation reminded me of something that happened on Sunday. I was at another open mic, and just as it was getting started, the first comedian was doing his act. There was a couple behind us talking kind of loudly, and so I turned to them and I said, "Could you please keep your voices down?" And things were fine for about 10 minutes. And then what I guess I didn't realize is that in that guy's language, "Could you please keep your voices down," translates to "your kids are ugly and I want to sleep with your wife." And So he started swearing at me, flipped me off, stormed out of there. And then just at the threshold, he started giving me the whole Neo versus Agent Smith come here gesture, which was really funny because this guy was about 45. I mean, he had a full head of gray hair. And call me crazy if you will, but if you're old enough to be taking cholesterol medication, your bar fighting days are long gone. That's all it is. And so, this gentleman, whom I shall hereafter refer to as Roadhouse, continued baiting me until I was about ready to go deck the guy. David Drake stepped in, and I don't know what he said to him, but he walked out. And so I didn't have to punch anyone that night. So I guess that's good. And I guess the two more quick jokes, if I may. So I have served my country in more ways than one. In addition to being in the Peace Corps, this summer I plan on going to Mount Rushmore and doing an elaborate dance for an hour. So that will also be serving my country. And there it is, the stupidest thing I have ever said. Last thing I want to say, here's a good one. It's a joke that I enjoy very much. Shout out the punchline if you know it. Why did the pizza burn the hipster's tongue? What? Because he ate it before it was cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I'm Harty. I'm the mic.
You can't just yell slow clap and get a slow clap.
I'm turning it off, Halter.
You